So Kira, just before we begin, is it okay if I record this session with
Yes.
you? Okay, perfect. All right. So how are you? How's life? Life is a little bit crazy here in December of 2020. So I just wanted to see how you're doing.
Thanks, Katie. It's okay, and other than what's going on, I would say it's just surviving.
Yeah.
It's been a little crazy. I would have to say that this year has taken a toll on everything, not just me, but everyone else. So,
Yeah.
at least I have my dog.
Yeah, such a good little support system. Daisy. Aw, pets are so healing. They really are. Well, we're moving into 2021, thank goodness. Um, is there anything for 2021, or even just in the last couple of weeks here of December, of this crazy year that you that you see yourself like thinking about, or maybe implementing in the new year as far as like health and wellness, just getting our good juices flowing for 2021. Is there any changes you might want to
Oh yeah, I
consider?
mean, I talk to you normally, like on a regular basis.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know personally, like how hard it's been on my anxiety. I do struggle with major anxiety. So I would say my first goal is to get to a place where get to a place where it's not affecting me as much. So, you know, there's certain things that I'm doing right now that will get me to that place where I'm like eliminating that as an issue, that will help me tackle other, goals and things like that. As far as getting getting back to like a normal schedule, I'm not putting any pressure on that because I don't think that's realistic. But if I can just eliminate, anxiety, and unfortunately my gym is still closed. And the hiking trails are closed, so it's just like every day, just a battle to like find a space where you can get out and feel like you're doing something good for yourself. So, just trying to take it day by day. And I would say 2021 is going to be a year of readjusting to, I don't know, who knows?
Yeah.
I don't really know what to say.
I know.
I've sort of been rambling.
No, thank you for sharing. And yeah, I agree that 2021 is going to be a year of maybe adjusting to a new normal, or whatever a new normal. And you mentioned, getting into like a new and different routine where we're still feeling that out. Like that's all still kind of unknown. And you're right. You and I talk a lot about our goals, and um, uh, I want to talk a little bit more about how you're making, tackling your anxiety your number one priority. I commend you for doing everything that you've done in 2020 to manage your anxiety. I know we've talked a lot about that, and you have really worked super hard at that, Kira. Like, you're doing a great job. And I love that you're thinking about ways that you could manage it more, like the hiking trails,
Yeah.
and and then the gyms being closed, and so you've already tell me a little bit more about that. So the hiking trails and the gym, have those been things that you've turned to in the past?
Oh yeah, like when I was like, for example, like when I wanted to implement like a routine in my life, I would say, okay, I don't care what it takes for me to like put my shoes on and go to the gym. I'm gonna go, even if I'm only there for 15 minutes. I'm gonna do it. And now there's not even the option to do that. And then when I turn around and I'm like, I'll just go on a hike, the hiking trails are closed too, and it's just so unfair. And it just kind of, I've sort of given up, and I don't really care that I've given up right now because have to kind of surrender to what's going on, and
Yeah.
before we know it, I think things are going to start opening again, and you can start, everyone will be able to start kind of like getting back to their normal routine and schedule, and putting things behind them that were a problem, like, I don't know. So
Yeah. Well, you're giving yourself a lot of grace right now, and which is important, and giving yourself that space to surrender and just accepting what is. I think that's a huge lesson for all of us in this year. So
hard to do.
it's hard to do, and I commend you for doing that. And just, I think it's important. You're riding the wave right now, you know, and you're not fighting it. You're riding it. So we're that's a difficult skill. So that's good.
Oh my God, you have no idea.
Yeah, it's rough, girl. I do, I do, again, I like that you're thinking about ways that you can, manage your anxiety. And I wonder, is there anything that you're thinking about, like little things that you could maybe do every day to decrease it a little bit, like the gym and the hiking, like those are obviously off the table right now just for the time being, but are there little things that you like to do, or that you see yourself doing more to try to decrease it just right now in this moment?
I mean, every day I take Daisy down to the wharf, and
Nice.
that just relaxes me, and
Yeah.
just being able to like appreciate that small, little walk over there, and letting her off the leash, and seeing all of the fishermen. It's just cool. It makes me feel like I'm part of my community again.
Yeah.
And it's sort of a release. Like, it's not exercise, but it's just getting out and like feeling relaxed. So
Yes.
I'll do that, and then I'll eat, and I'll have a glass of wine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Things that I can do, I will do.
Good.
So
Yeah.
as much as I can.
Yeah. It sounds like things that like you like connection. That's a huge, anxiety reliever, feeling connected to your community in a time where we've really been, not just asked to, but demanded to, like, disconnect, right? To stay away
Totally.
from each other. It's
Oh,
been
yeah.
really difficult.
It's so bad.
Yeah, definitely. And then I wonder if there's other things that we could brainstorm on that might make you feel like more connected right now, that might relieve anxiety. Anything you could think of that?
It's like, I don't know, just watching TV,
Yeah.
trying to get into a new show, or
Mhm.
something that will sort of like distract me
Mm.
from my anxiety.
Yeah.
So
So distraction could
Yeah.
be a good one
Just
too.
trying to
Connection and distraction.
yeah, like focusing on my dog.
Yeah.
I don't know, just
Well, you have a special
working.
connection.
Yeah, just working a lot.
Yeah.
Hasn't been easy to change jobs, and you change jobs, so it's all
Yeah.
been very just, it's been very hectic during an already hectic time. It's just,
Yeah.
I guess you don't realize like how much change affects you until it's like such a fragile time to begin with, and you go through this change and you do it all alone without your typical support.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's really hard. I've been alone this whole time. And, if it wasn't for you, or I don't know, some coworkers here and there, then I would probably feel like even worse.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I'm hearing a lot of like little tiny references to connection. So let's focus on that, and let's talk about how we can like build more connection in the last 2 weeks of December, because it's going to be the holidays, and
Yeah.
you and I are both going to be technically alone.
yeah, I know.
And then moving into the new year.
Nothing
so
new.
I know. But maybe we can build on that, Karen. We can make a plan for building more connection in our lives. And I
thinking about doing that to whatever capacity I'm allowed to, whether that means donating some money or helping distribute donations in whatever way I can. That's kind of the way I want to feel connected at this point in time. As far as like dating or meeting new people, it just seems like a really it just seems almost impossible right now to kind of go down that road and like try to forge new friendships and new connections.
Sure.
And like, even before COVID, I was taking a class, like I wanted to meet people, and I found something that interested me, and I took a class, and then all of a sudden it was canceled. So, I mean, it was sort of like an already hard situation made harder, but I've done my best to just like surrender to it and just be alone and try to get strength from that.
Yeah.
Isolating as it can be.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it sounds like you also have found other ways that might, boost your spirits and make you feel good, like the, donation of money. You've thought about like volunteering if you can to kind of, connect with others, but also, maybe bring some positivity and some lightness to the holidays.
Yeah.
What are some things that you can do with the people that you already have in your life to connect with? Like, can I give you an example? Would that be okay? Like, maybe I'll have Dieter on Christmas Day. Maybe we could have like a little gift exchange, or like a little we could eat out here if it's nice, or something like that.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
I'm down for anything.
Yeah.
We could do like a Christmas walk or something.
Yeah.
I have like heard from a few people that are sort of like ghosts from my past. My past life, I like to call it, because things change,
Sure.
And you move on, and I've heard from a few people, and I've wanted to reconnect, but I feel like they weren't like healthy people to reconnect with, and I've had to move on and sort of say, even though I'm lonely, even though this has been hard, I think that introducing people from my past that haven't really made a positive impact on me, I think it's best to just let it go.
Yeah.
So, I started a new job, so I'm meeting people there.
Good.
It's been a positive experience. So.
Good. So you're making new connections at work, and then you're also being discerning about who you let back into your life, which I think would also, be good for, for anxiety management, just keeping people that haven't been good for you in the past, in the future. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of wrap things up here. But I want to make like a little plan, just like little baby steps so we can make. So what would be one thing that you would like to focus on, like maybe just a small behavior? We could focus on the connection if you want to, but even just to reduce anxiety in the next few weeks here for you. What do you think?
I would say like trying to like get out and do more outdoor activities. Like, I work 8 hours a day, and it's a long trek to get there and get back. So by the time I get home, I'm usually too tired. But I would like to, like I have been, just taking her like around like the wharf, and it's like a good half hour that I'm like out of my house and breathing the fresh air, not wearing a mask, not having to worry about that. So maybe like taking it a step further, and not only doing that, but like coming home and like doing a night hike like through the neighborhood or something. So I would like to take that step and push myself a little bit harder if I can.
Good. Sounds like a great plan. Sounds like you've already been implementing a little bit to make you feel better, and you feel like you're pretty committed to doing that for yourself. So good.
I mean,
good.
I guess.
Yeah. Well, do you think you could be successful at sticking to that and like kind of, I want to feel good sort of motivation, and maybe just once a day getting out in the sunshine or getting some fresh air in the evening?
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. Well, Kira, thank you so much for your time.
Of course.
And I'm looking forward to spending some holiday time with you and Miss
I am
Daisy.
so excited
too. Me too. All
And
right.
Dieter.
And Dieter too. Thanks, Kira.
Okay, thanks.